Facebook advertisers, this video is for you. And before I say anything else, I need you to come in closer. Hold on, come in closer. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. All right. Now you can see my pores, right? Perfect. Stay calm. All right, let's take a deep breath. The iOS 14 update is here. Yes, it is indeed. In this video, I'm going to be telling you what we know so far about the iOS 14 update and how it relates to your Facebook advertising, how it will affect your ads, as well as 5 of my iOS 14 proof solutions that you can implement on your business today. Now, if that's not something that you guys are interested in, definitely stay tuned for the rest of this video because I'm gonna jump in and give you guys a no-nonsense approach. Now, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Connor Chapman. I'm a 6-figure dropshipper and I actually coach people online to help hit their business goals as well. So I'm very experienced in the Facebook ads category. If you guys don't believe me, literally, I care so much about my students. I've put them on the wall of fame over here. These are just a few of my students. And as you can see, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So let's get started. Awesome. Let's jump in. Now, there are going to be timestamps down below in the video in case you just want to skip to one of those sections. It doesn't offend me at all. Go ahead and click around in this video. The goal here is to give you guys as much information as possible. So before I made this video, I wanted to make sure you guys had all the information to actually see a path forward and see a path through all this nonsense that's out there online and all these clickbait videos that you can see on YouTube. It's just ridiculous and it sickens me. So I want to give you guys the actual information that's true, and I've spent hours and days doing my research on this to give you guys the best possible information. So, there's been a lot of panic spread across this community regarding the iOS 14 update. From YouTube videos to Facebook posts to comments on YouTube videos to just, tweets out there that really don't have any substance and really don't have any backing. It's just people's opinions out there. We live in a clickbait society where the ultimate goal is, right, to just get views and clicks, and that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about giving you guys the actual information. That's why I didn't clickbait you in the title of this video at all. So here's what we know today. Thanks for that amazing transition, Connor. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the 6 major things that we know today about how this iOS 14 update will be affecting advertising. The first one is about what platforms is actually going to affect. So, the iOS 14 update is going to affect a ton of common applications that essentially track user interaction. So not only just on the website, right, but also on the app itself. So Facebook, for example, tracking what they're doing on Facebook. And then if they click off Facebook, onto your ad, for example, the tracking will be affected in terms of how they're actually acting on your website. So from my understanding of what I've read is this will affect all applications that are on the Apple App Store, which includes Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, and even Google Chrome. Essentially, if an app is downloaded from the App Store, it has the potential to be affected. If you're advertising on any of those platforms that I just listed, this is a video you 100% want to listen to because you need to know the solutions to this. So shifting our focus specifically to Facebook advertising now, partial reporting from iOS users means that if a user were to opt out of tracking on an iOS device, the website would not be able to report on a majority of those actions. So what does that mean? If a user does opt out of the tracking, means they're saying, hey, Apple, I do not want to be tracked, then only one conversion event can be tracked. Now you're probably asking yourself, what are conversion events, Connor? Well, some conversion events are purchase, initiate checkout, add to cart, website view, time spent, content views, leads, adds a payment info, subscribes, goes so on and so forth, right? Those are different examples of conversion events. So if they do opt out of tracking, only one of those can be tracked. But if they do not opt out of the tracking, then what happens is you can actually record and track up to 8 events, which is the best case scenario. The third thing is that there can be up to a 48-hour delay on reporting, which is huge. Essentially, you won't know fully what ad sets or ads are actually delivering you sales until up to 48 hours after that person has completed the purchase. So there will be nearly a 2-day delay in some instances from an iOS device that has essentially opted out of tracking. And then the fourth really big aspect that we know today about this update is that Facebook's attribution window is going to be changing from its, typical 28-day, 1-day, 7-day view, 7-day click, 1-day click to actually a 28-day period. Basically, an attribution window is, as you can see here, the number of days between when a person viewed or clicked your ad and subsequently took an action, right? A person clicked your ad and took an action, to be short. So typically what happens, on the on Facebook, right, is like as users purchase within that 28-day period, the ad account is like attributed a sale. Like looking at the attribution week over week or month over month, for example, you may have like noticed probably slightly different changes as like some people came back to make a purchase. Now, this will only track back as far as 7 days. So this leads into the fifth thing we know about this update, which is there's actually 2 audiences, which is pretty awesome, that won't be affected by this update at all. And that is Facebook page engagers and Instagram page engagers. In addition to that, like Facebook and Instagram page, you still being able to track that. The reason that's the case is because and this is my opinion, I think like video views as well are going to get lumped into this because, it's all considered like first party data. So like just to understand the difference of like first party data, what it is, you can like look it up here basically if you really want to know. It's the information that companies can collect from their own sources. So since the information's on Instagram and Facebook's platform, like they can collect that data essentially, and that's different than like second and third party data. Like I said, you can read up on it. I'll put the link in here if you guys are interested in that. But that's why like this is going to lead into the solution I'm going to talk about later on of like how you guys can really crush it in 2021. You shouldn't have to worry about this iOS 14 update. This is what I'm doing on all my brands right now. The sixth thing that I've learned about this update is that, there are going to be algorithm changes in terms of on Facebook, at the beginning of the changes, right? That we're going through right now as of February. So, based on the conversations that I've had across many people in the industry doing higher numbers and lower numbers than what I'm doing right now, it's clear that there will be like a ton of new learning done and that the algorithm changes will continue to happen and just get smarter. And that's really why I think like it's not necessarily going to be a case where you have to worry a ton about this. Like, yes, there will be changes to be made, which I'm telling you guys about now, and I'm going to tell you how to fix them. But this happens with any platform. So please do not get scared about some little, iOS 14 update. Like, don't let the clickbait society get in your head at all. And then another thing that's interesting is that Facebook noted they will be making iOS and Android changes to ensure that the algorithm doesn't favor one platform over the other, one device over the other. For example, if not all the iPhone purchases are getting tracked, well, it doesn't want to make sure that we're only sending ads to Android devices because we can track that. So there'll be significant changes made there, and it's just something to take note of. Now, if you don't want to deal with that at all, I definitely recommend, only go Android if you're having trouble with the Apple devices, but that's not something I'm doing. It's just an option if you're having a ton of issues with your tracking and you can't get it set up correctly. So for us advertisers, I think this means 3 different things. The first thing is that there will be a strong learning curve for the Facebook algorithm in the next weeks and months to come. As it's going to start picking up on users from that platform with the limited data that it's going to be getting. The second thing is that this really means like you got to be okay with the wrong reporting in Ads Manager. Okay, this is normal and this is going to happen. Like, as we've already seen from, countless Facebook posts, YouTube videos like this one and like other ones online and tweets, right? Facebook's like having data reporting issues for some advertisers, but not all. Okay, so like let me know which boat you're in. Are you having issues right now? Drop it down in the comments. If you're not, awesome, still let me know down in the comments. And then the third thing is like I've noticed personally that on my ad accounts, which like have multiple attribution windows, 1 day, 7 day, 28 day attribution windows, like the reporting will be not updated at the campaign level, but it'll actually be updated at the ad set level when I go dig into it. So that's something that you guys can take a look at if you're not seeing the right reporting. Yeah, like I would definitely recommend to check this out if you're having those issues with reporting. And then here we go. Okay, the reason 99% of you are probably here, my 5 steps and my 5 solutions that I've actually come up with for how you can help mediate this problem of the iOS 14 update. Okay, these are things I'm doing on my store. I'm working with all my students on my store, and that what I really recommend you guys jump into. So the number one thing to do, this does not take you that long, is to verify your domain. And like there's actually a link how to do this, so I'll go ahead and click on this. So I'll go ahead and click on this link for how to do this so you guys are aware. Tells you exactly how to verify your domain, the steps you need to take. So this is literally on Facebook's site. They're trying to help you out. Take their advice. Click on that link and follow the directions there. The next solution is something that Shopify has actually already implemented and helped, work with Facebook on this, and that is to implement Conversion API. So like, what is this? It's essentially a server-to-server communication tool. It's a tool that lets you share key web and customer interaction data to your server. So essentially, like, your Shopify store's, data, it's sending that data like from that server to Facebook server, right? So you're like your ads manager. So your Shopify customer data on that server to Facebook server. And that right there, that link is going to be really powerful to make sure that no customers essentially slip through the cracks from going on from your Facebook ads to your store. And then that data, make sure it's transmitted back into Facebook server. So that's really, really important. Make sure you have the API implemented correctly. And then this third one is pretty interesting. This is something that I've been reading up on a lot lately, and that's to use MER, marketing efficiency ratio, over ROAS. Now you're probably like, well, Connor, there's nothing in Facebook ads that says MER. And yes, you are 100% right. There is nothing that says MER. I'm going to show you how to calculate this. MER stands for, marketing efficiency ratio, and that's essentially how well does your marketing actually perform in the industry that you're in. So what you do is you do revenue divided by marketing cost, and then you multiply that by 100. Now, ROAS is still needed to check how your ads are doing overall. But it's better for you to start looking at the overall picture and the overall status of like your current marketing efforts, like across all platforms, not just Facebook and Instagram, for example. The fourth thing, and this is really, really important. Out of anything in this video, this is what I think is the most important thing by far, and that is to grow your social media profiles through organic traffic. How you grow through organic traffic is number one, through organic content. So you need to be pushing like as much content as you can across these social media channels. And like by having like more content, right, you're gonna have more engagement in the form of likes, comments, shares. Facebook and Instagram are gonna favor that much heavier. And if you remember what I talked about earlier, Facebook post engagers and Instagram post engagers is something that the tracking won't be affected, right? So if people are going on your page and checking out directly from your page, like you're gonna be able to retarget those people, and you're gonna be able to build lookalikes based on that. And those lookalikes and those custom audiences are gonna be some of the strongest because you can literally track everything they're doing. So like this means like, your retargeting audiences, if you think about it, are just gonna be so much stronger than everything out there, that if you're not already investing into getting custom images, custom videos done, just custom content in general on your brand, like I don't care if you're at $0 in revenue or $100,000, like you need to be doing this absolutely right now. And then like the fifth solution to these, this pesky iOS 14 update is to just stay in front of the consumer at all times. This is more of a generic one, but it's really important because you want to make sure you use like multiple types of, social media, output, right? So you want to make sure you have like regular influencer shout outs, brand giveaways, paid ads, organic content, creative memes, email marketing, like text message marketing. Getting out there in front of the customer as much as possible is what's going to be key for you guys to survive and also thrive in 2021. I'm gonna send it back up to the big guy here. Here, you go ahead and take it away. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below with another topic that you want me to go over. As I said in the beginning of this video, it means a lot to me for you guys to watch through the entire video. We're a small channel trying to grow, so whatever we can do, however you can support the channel, I do appreciate. And as always, keep your mind right. Peace.